Now, to speak to the ultimate point of Mr. Lessig, how do we resolve? How do we move forward? Bring back the Republic? Quite simply, in simple terms, it starts with you. It starts with each and every one of you. You are not going to create peace, balance, well-being in society, in government, in business, without doing it for yourself first. It has to come through you. The systems we're talking about are all off balance. If you are not in balance, how are you going to go into those systems? How are you going to engage with those systems directly or indirectly and create balance there when you don't have it in your own life? You have to start with you. Balance in all things. Balance in your life, in your relationships. This is a big step. This is a big job. And the way we're going to resolve these bigger issues is by individually doing these things. And it's a bit of a journey to get there. Managing your energy, your use of words, your use of language, how you make decisions. If you're in an off-balance state, if you're running energies of guilt or anger or worry, blame, unworthiness, if these are the underlying energies that you have, it's undermining the quality of all the decisions you make. So the decisions about what you say, what you do, where you engage, where you share and throw your energy, how you're distracted, how you have opinions about things that have really nothing to do with you. Managing your own energy, managing your life force, building your life force, being present instead of being in the past all the time, unconsciously in your perception of experience that you've had, and then putting it out in front of you into the future and stepping into that looping cycle and just having the drama and the struggle continuing, reappearing in your life, aging you, giving you something else to complain about. And you live small. And you don't contribute. And you've been doing that lifetime after lifetime. This is the lifetime where you get to wake up. This is a lifetime where you designed for yourself to wake up. Now, if you're one of those people saying, I don't believe it, I don't get it, this is not for me, that's fine. You're going to wake up too, although it might not be in this lifetime. It might have to come in another incarnation. Regardless, this is where we're at now. We hit the turning point. That's what 2012 was all about. It was a turning point. It doesn't mean that everything changes overnight. It's kind of like taking the hourglass and turning it over. One period ended, and now a new period begins. This is a whole new way of perceiving yourself and the world around you. It's recognizing that the power is within, and you can reconfigure every aspect of your life to reflect balance, well-being, prosperity, whatever it is that you want, success, whatever that means for you. And it's different for everybody. But it starts with you doing it in your life. Not trying to fix anybody else. Not even trying to fix yourself, really. Nothing's broken. Things are just out of balance. We need to make some adjustments. This is an awakening. This is about becoming conscious of the unconsciousness that you've been living, that we've been living. And we see the consequences of it. We recognize the imbalances in the consequences and in the outcomes in what we're living, and we don't complain about it. We don't really spend a lot of time focusing on it and talking about how bad it is. We start to imagine what kind of a life we want to live for ourselves, for our children, our families, for our neighbors, friends, for the world, but we start with ourselves. You be the example of balance in your life so that you're not engaging with people or things or situations or events that have nothing to do with you, not just chirping in because you have a right to your opinion. It's those opinions that don't serve you. Let go of the opinions. Let go of the beliefs. they're founded on assumptions that are not so true as you might have thought. And when you start to look at them, you start to recognize them. Let all that stuff go. Be at peace with yourself. Be at peace with your relationships. If you don't have peace with yourself, forget about any kind of success. Forget about health, longevity, well-being. Forget about real financial prosperity and success. Forget about having happy and healthy family life. You need to be at peace with yourself. You need to let go of the worries, let go of the fears, the anxiety. All of that stuff is optional. Misery. All the misery in your life, it's all optional. Let it go. Come into balance. You start to come into balance. You start to be the example of balance in your life for you. But others will start to notice. Because they're going to be struggling in the drama and the conflict, and you're not. You're going to be sitting there, enjoying life, at ease, noticing opportunities to uplift, helping out people here and there, when appropriate, in an appropriate way. You're not going to have the miscommunications. You're not going to have the crisis and the emergencies. You're going to spend your life focused on the things that you like, that you enjoy, exploring things that you like. You're not going to have the limitations. You're not going to have the complaints. You're not going to have the disease and the illness. You think people aren't going to ask you what it is you're doing?